for the Soviet Union before it capitulates. 69 days left. Nice. Yay, we got Stalingrad. We are now the Slavic Union. Hello everyone, I am Taureor and welcome back to my Best Openers series in Hearts of Iron 4. Today we're going to do Poland. I'm in mode historical focuses, regular difficulty. Let's go. Poland is of course the best country in the world, but it is in a difficult position here, sandwiched between Germany and the Soviet Union. We will have to fight at least one of them, possibly two. Now, Poland has a lot of paths, 5 monarchist ones, and the others too, but as usual I prefer the monarchist ones. And of course the best opener has to give you a chance of obtaining Wojtek as the king of your country. So I did my best to optimize a start, preparing for that. We start with 40 units, which is plenty. Let's assemble the Regency Council, use 3 factories on support equipment, none on planes, and the rest on guns. Also assign the company here. As for construction, some civilian industry, and we definitely need a spy agency as soon as possible. Next up, generic economy research with one exception. We're going to prioritize getting the best guns quickly, but without using the companies. I need all the political power I have. Okay, speed the game up and unpause. There will be some randomness in this, but I'll try to keep the strategy as open and universal as possible so you can replicate it easily. Spy agency done. Start with pills, because we can't risk our agents getting stuck in custody. Well, it can still happen, but we'll lower the chances that way. And we need to get 5 upgrades to our agency quickly so we can get 2 spies. We will need some collaboration governments quickly. Spy number 1 goes to Hungary, Foreign Cryptology Department, and we fulfilled the 5th of November Act. Now let's move to the industry branch of our focus tree. We could use some extra research slots, and we still need to deal with the agrarian reform. Don't forget about the peasant strike. Some decryption, and we start decrypting Hungary and Latvia. More research boosts. Friedrich Christian, the Lithuanian claimant, no thank you. In order to get the secret, well, not so secret anymore, but the secret path that lets you crown Wojtek, you need to decline 8 times and accept on number 9. Polish School of Mathematics. The Habsburg, no thank you. A construction boost, sure. We have 150 political power. Time to hire Stanisław Wojciechowski, the noble bureaucrat. He is quite important. Also, we have 4 upgrades, 1 more. Let's do army department. No Crown Prince Michael, not this time. Central region, strategy. Some extra industry will do us good. And we're up to 4 research slots. Now, if doing research ahead of time like this offends your sensibilities, you can change that part. It helps, but it's not crucial. We have 5 upgrades. Now we can neglect our agency for a bit. Actually, pause the Latvia thing just to do Hungary first. New Polish industry. And Cossack King. This is actually quite a good path because it instantly turns you fascist, so you can just start justifying around you. If that's what you'd like to do, feel free. But the so-called hidden path is still superior, in my opinion. But one interesting thing you can do if you go with the Cossack King is, let me just demonstrate it very briefly, once you build up your strength a bit and do the between the seas concept, being fascist actually lets you ally Italy before the Germans attack you. So you have your own faction, including Italy, against the Germans, which is a fun adventure. Still, not this time, Pavel. Spy number 2. Also go to Hungary and instantly start preparing a collaboration government operation. Commands when ready, automatically repeat, resume mission. And there you go. Also make sure to prioritize operations. I will be deploying more troops, but it can wait. Although I should probably exercise these. Let's do it. New Polish industry is finished. Now we have to deal with the peasant strike that's coming. So we fill the railway gaps and do the agrarian reform after that. Friedrich Christian again, no thank you. Add a little boost to our infantry. 150 political power is here. We hire the elusive gentleman. Why? Because I want these collaboration government operations to progress quickly, one after the other. And to that, we'll need a 3rd agent to maintain the network. They are important. They will drastically increase the number of factories we possess. Spy number 3. Get over here. Why are you not? Did I not click? Oh, god damn it. I must have, for some reason, not clicked prepare here. Which is a big mistake, actually, because it slows me down significantly. Well, we just started and I'm already making blunders like this. Anyways, agrarian reform. No, Prince Michael. God damn it. This is very annoying. Computing machine. It is ahead of time, but the research bonus remains for the entirety of the game. Do we want the anti-Comintern pact? Honestly, this doesn't really make that big a difference. Sure, let's join the Cossack King. No, thank you. And we have 100 political power. Let's hire Kazimierz Sosnowski, the army defense expert, because I need the army experience he provides. And the defense boost is nice too. Concentrated industry number 2. Yeah, kinda messed up with this. Oh well, agrarian reform is complete. And now we do nothing. We do not select a focus. Why? Because we wait for Anastasia Romanov, the fake one, to come to Poland. And there she is. She's an an imposter, but we don't really care. Our king will be the last Romanov. Yes, king, not queen. There is precedent. Now we have unlocked the secret path. This one, that lets you core Russia. Let's invite the exiled nobility. Also, use the army experience we received from our advisor to create a new template. Just one bit of infantry. The kitten picture, make it a reserve, and call it a kitten in Polish, because it's small. And prioritize it less than operations, but more than everything else. Make lots of them. I need all my manpower in the field to threaten Lithuania with. And Germany and Yugoslavia. Construction 2. Deploy lots, please. We need 400,000 manpower in the field. Now, how many troops do we have in the field? Not enough, but I can deploy these, cancel the rest, and switch all of you to the cavalry template. Wait a couple of days, and the manpower will go into the field, then we can demand Lithuania. And we can. Let's do it. They should fold quite easily. Improved machine tools in the meantime. Also, 150 political power again. But we'll hold on to it for a moment. Also, make me more of these guys, when you can. First collaboration government complete. Oh, 45%. Great success. Looks like we might only do 2 coalition governments on Hungary rather than 3. Chinese United Front, not my problem. And we can start making the better guns. Well, researching the better guns. It is costly, but it is worth it. Not that big a sacrifice if you have 4 research slots. Also, so I don't forget later, switch this to civilian oversight. And this to cavalry. Will fix it with even better cavalry later on. Lithuania should accept easily. And come on, they do. Excellent. We got their manpower, we got their troops, we got their land. And we can now get out of embargoed economy, which is pretty bad for our economy. So we switch to free trade now. Since we already have enough troops in the field, I'm now going to demand Slovakia. They should give up easily as well. And we have inherited the Lithuanian templates too. So we go to occupied territories and do cavalry template 1 here, because it is just cavalry without support equipment. Essentially, the lower the numbers here, the better the template is. Unless you want to do specific riot stuff. Now, we could release Lithuania as a puppet. We will need to do that eventually. Let's do that. Release as a puppet, retain stays with our core, continue. This way we don't have to deal with the garrisons, and we do keep the manpower we got. Now, I should also prepare my field marshal. We're going to promote Roman Abraham, because he's level 4 and has no advisor roles, and we'll make him offensive, charismatic, and an organizer. Yeah, I'm only going to do 2 collaboration governments on Hungary, I think, in which case I will not need a spy network there anymore. Let's move 2 of our spies to Estonia, so we can build up in Estonia. Once the operation launches, we will not go back to Hungary with our spies. We've decrypted them. Next up, Latvia. Although I will probably defeat Latvia before I use this. We'll see. Radio research. 150 political power is here. We can do limited conscription. Manpower coming in. Oh, I almost forgot. We can use 20 army experience to boost our stability with political loyalty. We have 66, and now we have 70. It's a small boost, but it costs me almost nothing. Do that as soon as you can. Also, I suppose I don't need that much support equipment after all. Let's go down to 2 factories and buy some steel now that we're on free trade. Let's buy from Sweden. Czech Republic accepts. We go 2 factories up. This will change in time. Also, we should actually inherit some compliance from them, because it was occupied territory, right? Oh, we didn't. Whatever, it's fine. Next focus. We can now restore the Commonwealth. See, that's why I released Lithuania. You can wait to have 50 compliance there, or you can release them as a puppet and then re-annex them getting the cores. It is, however, not a priority right now. Now we do Pan-Slavic revanchism and reorganize our army a bit. I want a lot of divisions and a lot of manpower in the field. So what I'm going to do is take all the untrained units on this cavalry. Is going to switch to the tiny template, or the kitten one, and this way all this manpower can be used to deploy more of them. Why? Well, these focuses, specifically demand Yugoslav subjugation and demand Pomerania, which we will do, have conditions depending on your relative strength. And if I understand correctly, the game calculates relative strength on the number of divisions you have, even if they're very weak divisions. So what we want is lots and lots of divisions in the field. Now they're still random, there's a chance that will fail, but it is worth the try. We're up to over 200 divisions, even if they're small and weak. With this we can justify war goals, but let's not be too hasty with that. Second collaboration government on Hungary is launched, and we're building up the network in Estonia. Why Estonia? Well, because we will get a war goal on them, but we will not get cores. We will get cores on Latvia and Lithuania, but not Estonia. Right, prepare a collaboration government, please. Pan-Slavic revanchism is done. Now we demand Yugoslav subjugation. Now it should succeed, if I understand the event files correctly, as long as we have a bigger army than Yugoslavia, and they're only guaranteed by Romania, we should have something like 75% chance of success here. But my testing seems to contradict that, because they actually very rarely agree to be annexed. So I might be missing something. If you know what it is, do let me know. Regardless, deploy lots of troops, we have the manpower, and we have the divisions. Actually, I'm going to prepare a new template. Show the commissioned ones, and this, what's that, Histininico Divizia, I think that's what it should be called, will be perfect. Let's edit it to make it a reserve division. We got it from Lithuania, that's why it's decommissioned, we're not using it. And switch all of these small ones. We now actually have lots and lots of battalions in the field. So if the AI counts battalions, not divisions, we will also have more. Now, collaboration government against Hungary finished, number 2, and we got, 45% success again. That's actually very lucky, which means we'll have 90% collaboration once we capitulate them. We also lost a spy, but oh well. Now do the same on Estonia. Come on, Yugoslavia, let us annex you. Owning Yugoslavia at this point is actually not required by the strategy I'm employing, but more industry is always nice, isn't it? We don't really have a lot of industry right now, but that will change quickly once we annex all the countries that we're making collaboration governments in. Concentrated industry 3 ahead of time. So, what do you say, Yugoslavia? Do you want to join the glorious Congressional Kingdom of Poland? You don't. Yeah, see, I think I got something wrong with the event files, because from what I understood, they should have a 75% chance of agreeing. I might have missed something. We got a war goal now, but we're not going to use it. No matter. Next up, Governorate of Livonia. This will give me war goals against Estonia and Latvia. Improved computing machine. Now, to be clear, I could have started with this and already justified a war goal on Hungary a while ago and attacked them all. But if we let them build up, they will have a little more factories for me to take over from their focus trees and such. This goes for all of these countries. And I am gathering up political power. We'll need it. Now, actually, a side effect of having so many battalions in the field is that we can make lots of mountaineers if we want. How about we do that? Maybe not all of you, definitely a lot. Can't really deploy more right now. Let's cancel them. But we can definitely get a couple divisions of mountaineers. They may come in handy. Anschluss of Austria, not my problem. Did I make a mistake? I might have made a mistake not restoring the Commonwealth. I don't remember when Memel happens, because I need to restore the Commonwealth before Germany demands Memel. Otherwise, they might attack me, because I want to give Memel to them. I'm going to assume that I'm not making a mistake and continue. Worst case scenario, I'll have to start over. Anyways, we claim Russia. I don't really care about the war goal, but I do care about 25% stability, 10% political power gain, and 10% war support. Also, it is time we start justifying a war goal on Hungary, because it will take 2 focuses worth of time. Time to start preparing an army. 2.5, I think, are what we can afford right now, for the purposes I'm going to, have for them. Let's give them the best generals we have, put all the mountaineers in one of them. Right, this army is going to guard the Latvian border. The other 2 are going to the Hungarian border. Prepare your attack. Also, let's not forget that we have an air force. Assign it to help. As our collaboration, we finished 1 mission, 30% success. We're doing mission number 2. 2 is enough, 3 will be better. We already have decent stability and war support, but with this, they will be great. And the extra 10% political power is nothing to scoff at either. Let's make this guy a skirmisher. We have 800,000 manpower in the field, and lots of divisions and lots of battalions. Bulgaria approaches Germany, not my problem. Next up, we demand Pomerania. Essentially, we're asking Germany to give up territory. I did check the event files, and this has a very small chance of success, but just in case, it is really worth it to try it, because sometimes it succeeds and you suddenly become wonderfully powerful. Now, if I'm reading the event files correctly, if you have a larger army than Germany, it has a little bit less than 20% chance of success. If your army is smaller, there's no chance of success, and if your army is 10 times bigger, which we could do with some finagling with the divisions, then you'll just get it. But they also need to not have a faction, and they do have a faction, even though there's nobody in it apart from them. So essentially we need the Axis to be disbanded, if I am understanding this correctly. I expect this to fail, but I still have to try. The risk is low, the potential reward is very high. Let's decrypt Estonia for a while. So why not? And yes, I am doing this on purpose. I am stockpiling political power on purpose. As our construction, slow, but it's fine. Right, demand Pomerania. Come on, Germany. What do we get? We failed with Czechoslovakia, and we fail with them too. Now, this is actually good for the video, I think. Yeah, it would be fun if they just gave me the territory, because we would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. Yeah, all of this. And we would get cores on it too, which is wonderful. But it's such a rare event that it wouldn't be easy for you to replicate what happens later. By actually getting unlucky with Yugoslavia and Germany, I'm making this video more replicable. Let us restore the Commonwealth. This is going to annex Lithuania and give me cores on it, as well as Latvia. Latvia is up to 19 factories. Yay, I'm gonna get them. Now I just need to wait for my war goal on Hungary, and we'll start making some moves. Here's my war goal on Hungary. Alright, I'm going to declare war simultaneously on Hungary, Latvia, and Estonia. I could attack Yugoslavia too, but there's really no point in doing it right now. That would only put us at odds with Romania, and Romania is a nice ally if you can make it happen. Now, why do I attack them? Well, obviously for factories and all that, but also to be at war and go to war economy. That's not all. We can also change our conscription laws. We have enough war support for this. We could actually do it a bit earlier if we let them into our territory, but there's no need for the amount of war support we currently have. All we need is for our army to be sufficiently weak. And we can do that by just disbanding all of these guys. Is it sufficiently weak now? Yes. Service by requirement, please. That's why I was stockpiling all that political power. Right, with that done, let's annex Hungary, shall we? Or should I wait for my guys to receive reinforcements from the troops we've just disbanded? I guess I can wait a bit. I was keeping all those extra troops because I wanted to possibly intimidate Germany. Didn't work out, but it's still worth it. I'll wait a bit for these guys to be reinstated, and I do not want to push into Latvia until we have the cores, advanced machine tools. And we have researched the better gun. Let's make a variant of it and start producing it. Oh right, I forgot to boost the company. Should have done that first before doing the variant. It's just 5 army experience, but still. New variant. And more steel. Did you guys get enough reinforcements? Almost. Alright, I'm going to activate the order, even if they fight a little bit without actually getting anywhere. I will get army experience from it. And we do have a lot of manpower, so that's not going to be a problem. We get Taureor, and they're doing Memel now, I think. But that's fine, because we're doing Restore the Commonwealth, which means we will annex Lithuania before the Germans finish, and I will be able to give them Memel if I so choose. Are you guys doing? Well enough. Let's activate the Hungarian cipher, since we are moving against them. How's the operation? We completed the second collaboration government in Estonia, which means 60% collaboration now, and we're preparing the final one. Yeah, let's do 3, because the Baltic countries get a lot of factories out of their focus trees. So 20 factories, that's quite a lot actually. The Hungarian cipher is active. I could beat them faster if I went on aggressive, but there's no need for it right now. Let's get the military theorist and boost our doctrine twice. Move further. Start training some new units. I do have the manpower for it. Hungary capitulates easily because we have collaboration there. Annex everything, please. And that will almost double my factories from 30 something to 50. Shouldn't it be a bit more? Yeah, 60. I do not want a provisional government right now. I want a lot of factories. We might make one later. Now, the focus has finished. We have annexed Lithuania and we got cores here. So we can now safely move into Latvia. We could delay it a little bit, maybe let them finish some more focuses. Like, for example, does this give them civilian factories? It does not. They already did get a lot of the factories from here, like modernize our industry for civilians. A lot. It'd be nice if they did the domestic motor company. But if we annex them soon, we should have enough factories to become a major power, which will unlock the between the seas concept, which is something I am interested in. So let's do expand the University of Warsaw, activate our attack on Latvia. Also use the cipher. Estonia can wait a bit longer after that. Once again, I don't want to go too aggressive, but if we're in a hurry, going aggressive would defeat them quickly. But we're fighting the manpower of a country that is going to be, well, it's going to be our core territory, all of it. So it would be better to not kill the people. Going around them is preferable. Is that enough? It is not. Pin these guys down, get the victory point. 80 factories. Take everything and the navy, please. Oh, right. We're at 77 factories. Still very good. This should be enough to become a major power next month. Now, hold the border with Estonia. Do not advance. And we'll deploy some more troops for you. I want manpower in the field because it's needed for the between the seas concept. Now, I don't remember if 77 factories will be sufficient. We actually own 70. The rest is from trade. If it's not, we can always do a focus that gives us more. We're not a major country now, but it only updates every month. So we'll see on the 1st of December. Let's hire the infantry expert and start making convoys. Also, we'll need some more steel from our good friend Sweden. Germany demands Memel. Now, if you really want to fight Germany, you can do it at this point. I do not recommend it unless they gave up Pomerania, because that would weaken them significantly. If you fight them at this point, the Czech Republic will also resist them with the army they still have left. So that's something in your favor. But honestly, I did not plan on fighting them. I did not prepare for it, and I do not recommend it to you either. So we will just give up Memel. Let's do interwar artillery. Right, let's see if we become a major power. We are still not considered a major power. Apparently, we have insufficient factories. A pity. Perhaps I should push into Estonia. That would make me a major power by next month. But the long-term gains of delaying it more are worth waiting, I think. What are you doing? Oh, those are off-map factories. Unfortunate. 5 factories, but not on the map, so I can't take them. Very very disappointing. Can you do the domestic ones that I can steal? Whatever. I'm going to wait for the mission to finish. If by January we are still not counted as a major power, I can do one of the focuses that gives us extra factories, like invest in Eastern Poland, and then we will count as a major power afterwards. We have expanded the University of Warsaw. Let's wait until January, see if Between the Seas is unlocked or not. It is not. We're not a major power yet. We will invest in Eastern Poland, which gives us 4 factories, which will be sufficient for it. Also, more infantry boosts. Still not using the companies. I have better uses for the political power we have. Like, for example, we improve worker conditions. We're still technically at war, which is why our stability is not full, but we will be at war for a long time. Fate of Czechoslovakia? No more in Czechoslovakia. Not really my problem. And we finished our 3rd coalition government on Estonia. Let's see what focus they're doing. Revisit economic policy. Oh, 2 extra civilian factories. Okay, I can wait a bit longer, but there's no need to repeat it again. Actually, we're just going to keep 1 agent there and send another to Stalingrad, or maybe even further, over here. We have 1 operative captured, but we'll free her with force of arms. Got their cipher too. Did I remember to use the Latvian cipher? I think so. Now we decrypt the Soviet Union, and we're up to 80 factories. Is that enough? Still not, because 6 are from trade. Still don't consider me a major country. Very unfortunate. Now let's see what Estonia is doing next. Corporate chambers. No extra factories from that. And you are up to 29. Oh, right. I think it's time I took them. Activate the order. Activate the cipher. The cipher is not really necessary, but it will decrease our casualties. Oh, and be aggressive, because there's a little supply up there. If I don't make them aggressive, they will not move. We face a bit of a problem, since we should have enough factories to be a major power now, after the last focus, but this updates once a month. So we can either waste about 10 days of focus development, or like 13, or we can do something short in the meantime, like prepare for the next war. Or maybe something completely different, like nationalist education, which gives us division attack and defense on core territory. That will come in handy. Sure, let's do nationalist education. As it is 1939 already, I'm going to do atomic research. It is only slightly ahead of time, but it does boost all other research, and I do like stacking up those modifiers. Also, almost done with Estonia. Just go to the capital, please. Same for you. Still not enough. Alright, go further. Estonia capitulates, I annex them, and our factories go up to... how many? 90. I thought it would be higher. Oh, and the UK guarantees our independence because Germany will be demanding Danzig soon. There's a trick you can do here. Essentially, at this point the opener is done. You can decide to give up Danzig and fight the Soviet Union first, which is the sensible thing to do, and the one I recommend. Then take out the Soviet Union and core it. You can fortify yourself, build up forts, or just deploy lots of troops and defend yourself against the Germans, which is not that sensible, to be honest, because Danzig itself is not worth the war. We can always revisit such a war later. But we do have the guarantee from the United Kingdom, so we can wait for the Soviet Union to attack us, the guarantee will remain, and this way the Soviets will also be fighting the Allies. However, if we want to keep the guarantee, we would have to not create a faction, and I prefer to create a faction. Let's get better artillery. Provisional government. Oh right, we are up to 100 factories now, because the compliance process. I do not want a collaboration government there. No thank you. And once the month ends, we should be a major power, and are we? April? Yes we are. But let's finish nationalist education. That 5% attack and defense will actually count against the Soviet Union once we start fighting them here. Let's start preparing our army, because we will have to fight soon, and someone's justifying against us. It is the Germans. They're demanding Danzig. It's really not worth the fight. I will gladly give it up for safety. We have a lot of sea access here. But the Soviet Union is justifying a war goal on us too. Let's see how exactly they're doing that. 235 days. Yeah, I can work with that. 235 days is definitely enough time to prepare. Now, where are my spies? They should all be in the Soviet Union. Get over here. Now, how are we doing on guns? Not sufficient. More steel. Ideally, I want 2 army groups, but 1 should suffice to defend ourselves, at least early on. So, a full army group, go to the Soviet border, and entrench yourselves and whatnot, because we have entrenchment from our Grand Battle Plan Doctrine. Also, let's hire the Captain of Industry. As for the templates, what do we have? We have infantry with recon, we have pure infantry. Do we have something with recon and engineers? No, we have engineers and support artillery. Actually, I should have some artillery captured from other countries. I do. So what we're going to do is duplicate this template of infantry with recon, and I'm just going to call it infantry with support. Give it something nice like a bear, and we'll add engineers, and we will add support artillery. Now, let's see how many of these we can support. Looks like we can do that to our infantry. Yeah, let's switch all the non-mountaineers to that template. And yes, we have enough of everything except the infantry equipment. I will produce more artillery and all that soonish. Let's start diversifying our production a little bit. I still need infantry weapons the most though. At least we have enough manpower. I also want another army group in reserve, as well as naval garrisons. Well, port garrisons to be exact. They can all remain in the small templates for now. Also, we have a lot of time until the Soviets attack, and you will garrison my ports and coasts up here. The other field marshal will be offensive and carry charismatic. Grand Assault. Might actually want to do static warfare. This is just a bit of extra entrenchment, but we will be on the defensive for a while. Yeah, I'll probably do that. And with nationalist education, extra 5% attack and defense here. Let's start improving relations with Romania. Why? Because I'm going to ask them to join my faction. Zog submits, and we go to the Between the Seas concept. We're actually missing some artillery and support equipment, maybe because I'm exercising them. Is it time for some military factories? It might be, yeah. Let's make them. Danziger War. I am going to give it to them. We just lose a little bit. We have 104 factories, and now we'll have, how many? 100. Just 4 factories and a bit of land for peace and quiet. Better engineers for entrenchment. Eastward expansion. That would give me claims on Russia. I don't need those claims. I already have claims, and I don't want the fascist support. So, no, thank you. Actually, I made a bit of a mistake. I should have exercised them as the smaller template. I still can do that. Let's deselect the mountaineers and deselect the good infantry that already is experienced. Yeah, and the inexperienced ones are gonna get switched template without support. This one. This will not impact their experience much, but they will now only consume infantry equipment while exercising. German pressure towards the Benelux. Fortunately, that is none of my business. So, Romania, do you want to be my friend? We're going to make our own faction with blackjack and, industrial concern. We have 2 full army groups and a garrison, and we've bypassed the Baltic states because we've annexed them. So, Romania, do you want to join? Yes, you do. Romania is actually a very capable ally, which is part of the reason why I didn't want to invade them. Now, we'll go for Yugoslavia. Belgium capitulates, infiltrate the Soviet army. I will also want a collaboration government, but probably just one. We don't want them to capitulate too quickly. We have 100 days until their attack. How's their exercise going? Well enough. Fall of Paris, France is taken. Yeah, we could have stopped that probably, but fighting on 2 fronts if you don't absolutely have to is a bad idea. More military factories, please. Next focus, North Sea, and we send a diplomatic mission to Yugoslavia in the meantime, as well as improve our relations with them. I could declare war on them right now and annex them because Romania is in my faction, so they wouldn't protect Yugoslavia. But it's better to have them on my side, I think. We can always betray them later. Soviet Union attacked Finland. I can invite Finland to my faction, and I probably should. Let's become a spy master. Soon we'll have enough faction members to get extra spies. So I'm gonna do proper heritage for the 10% boost in leader experience gain. North Sea complete. Now we try to get Yugoslavia into my faction. Do we want Finland to join? They should be begging to be involved anyway. I don't actually need to do a focus on that. Just improve the relations a bit and they'll join on their own. Of course, if I do that, they'll probably call in the Romanians, but once again, I'm fine with it. And that will let me skip some focuses. Finno-Polish Pact bypassed. In that case, diplomatic mission to Sweden, improve relations with Sweden. And Finland is in my faction. Now, I could accept a call to arms from them, that will come soon, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm still exercising. They can wait the 40 days. Right, everyone's trained up. Let's switch the regular infantry into the good infantry. I am missing some support equipment. No matter, it'll be fine. Let's make more of it. Exercise again. Romania already fighting the Soviet Union. That's fine. So, Yugoslavia, do you want to join? They do want to join. Nice. They should help a bit. I'm going to get better decryption. And of course, the better guns. This time with the boost. Now we invite Sweden and suck up to Turkey, who are a very good ally against the Soviets. Rescue captured operative and work on the spy network in the Soviet Union. Right, we're about to be attacked. Stop the exercise, even if you're not fully trained up. And you can become a guerrilla fighter, because why not? I can see Yugoslavia sending troops over to Finland. Nicely done, Yugoslavia. I'm going to need some more artillery and support equipment, won't I? And this is okay. The Soviet Union attacked us, but we are well prepared for this. And lend-lease from the United States, sure. Now, are they actually going to attack, or will they be scared of my troops? At this point, looks like they will be scared. I do not see any attacks happening. Good. Volunteers from Italy. Yes, please. I have fortified myself too well. They're not even attacking. I was actually hoping they would attack a bit and destroy their forces upon our defenses. Now, did I do the diplomatic mission to Turkey, or did I forget? Damn it, I forgot. Yeah, you have to do the diplomatic missions, otherwise it won't work. So, another focus in the meantime. Prepare for the next war. Sweden accepts. Good. You can help Finland defend. While we do the mission to Turkey. Italian volunteers have arrived. So, Romania is giving me territory because I have claims. Alright, I'll take it. Let's prepare a collaboration government against the Soviet Union. Probably just one for now. I am actually a little disappointed that the Soviets are not attacking us here. Better industry, please. Let's get Turkey in our faction. Next, we suck up to Norway. Improve relations and all that. And Denmark too. Now we have a lot of industry, so I'm going to keep boosting our agency a bit. Let's paint an attack order. I need Leningrad. Don't actually need Moscow, but I do need Kiev and I do need Stalingrad. An attack order like this will do. Get planning, we will be attacking soon. And infantry offensive. The Soviets have lost quite a lot of troops, but they would lose much more if they were actually actively attacking me, which I was hoping for. Diplomatic mission to Denmark. Does Turkey join? Turkey does join, which is excellent, as we can fight here. Now we invite Norway and Denmark. Turkey has been called in. Invite and Denmark. Norway joins. Excellent. Okay, I think we can go now once the cipher is ready. More spies in the Soviet Union. More spy coverage. Everything looks nice. Bulgaria joins the Axis, but the Axis are not my enemy. And we get the Soviet cipher. I think it is time to attack. We use the cipher and activate the attack order. I am on balanced. Maybe I should be on cautious. Let's try it on cautious. And go. Now the casualties on our side are non-existent at the moment, and they have lost 300,000 so far. Let's see how that changes in the near future. So far so good. Denmark, do you join? They do join. I will boost my army a bit. So far so good. Iceland declares neutrality, but I can call them in. Decrypt Germany a bit, just so they have something to do. I think I can send out a second coalition government operation after this, but just 2, not 3. The key is to core the Soviet Union before it capitulates. Then we can get a good deal in the peace conference. But for that we need Stalingrad, Kiev, and Leningrad. We are on our way to getting it. Stalingrad will be the most difficult, although they tend to defend Leningrad quite well. Infantry expert. And next, doctrine. We should do logistical focus when we have the army experience for it. So far so good. We are on cautious. We're trying not to take too many casualties. 43,000 troops lost, and we've killed how many? 5 times as much. Almost. I could actually kick in the next Yugoslavia right now, so I should do that soon. First I want to get Leningrad and Stalingrad. Get the cipher going again, the Soviet one, and research a logistics company. That will come in handy. Some more military industry, please. And another infantry expert. Don't need more war support. Do I need anything? I could do war bonds. Let's get war bonds, yeah. Let's rescue an operative and check casualties. 100,000 versus 300,000. Not as good anymore. We're slowing down. Standardization of equipment. We could have done that earlier to get our best guns faster, but it will still be useful. Agent captured, fortunately, and the rescue operation is already underway. First collaboration finished. We'll do one more, but just one, for now at least. What's the cipher? 69 days left. Nice. The supply consumption reduction will be helpful. Then again, I think we'll do logistical focus first. Flexible organization is good too, but I think logistics will help us most. Some more industry, please. Slow, steady progress. Once we get the cipher, I will get more aggressive, and I am boosting my agency. That's what it looks like right now. Army modernization. Getting closer to Leningrad. Actually, you guys are a bit too cautious. Researched on the logistics company. Now, if I were to add it to my template, what would the cost be? I do not have support equipment for it, or the trucks. That's for later. And 4 days until the cipher is ready. Activate it, and check casualties. 250,000 versus 500,000 and a bit. Yeah, it's not going as well as I have hoped, but it is going well enough. I'm going to switch you guys to aggressive now, because I want to use this cipher to push to Leningrad and to Stalingrad too. So some manual attacks, even if they are probably ill-advised. Try and get this. I need that for the focus. It'll probably cost us a lot, but if we can snag them, all will be well. It's a bit risky, but I believe in my troops. They can handle it, I think. Just don't get Moscow yet. I don't want them to capitulate. Boost. Infantry. Leningrad is quite difficult to take, it turns out, but we're on it. Artillery modernization. You need that one to get Wojtek, but you also need to go to Italy for that, so that's quite a lot of work. We are getting close to Stalingrad. They might cut me off at any moment, but I'm confident I can reconnect. Like here, for example. Do reconnect, please. Same here. And I have surrounded Leningrad. Excellent. Just keep them surrounded. Infiltration assault and night assault. Yay, we got Stalingrad. Okay, you guys can help now and secure the corridor to Stalingrad. Now I just need to snag Leningrad and I will be able to do the best focus, which is this. Proclaim Slavic unity. I need more troops up here. Oh, they reconnected to Leningrad, which is unfortunate, but I'm about to take it anyway. And there it is. We got Leningrad, Kiev, and Stalingrad, which should unlock the focus. Yes, 50% surrender progress. Stalingrad, Kiev, and Leningrad are mine. So I'm going to cancel this one and proclaim Slavic unity. Now you guys can stop moving. No need to attack further. Consolidate your position. Let me core my stuff. Don't let them retake anything. And since I am doing the focus, then maybe we should repeat the coalition government one more time, which will make capitulating them less costly. Germany attack Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia is in my faction. Has Yugoslavia called anyone in? No. Well, in that case, I'm going to kick Yugoslavia from my faction. And we have a truce, damn it. And I'm going to declare war on them too. Let's just switch one of these armies to a proper template. Don't have support equipment. That's fine. Send it over to Yugoslavia. Because see, I don't really want to fight the Germans at the moment. But I do want to take Yugoslavia. So go super aggressive and attack them. Yugoslavia wants to rejoin my faction. Not gonna happen. Hopefully they don't join the Allies. They did join the Allies, which is unfortunate. Whatever. The important part is that I did not want my faction, including Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, to fight the Germans. I have no need of that. Also, let's switch you guys to balanced. I don't need you to advance anymore. Just hold the line. You can push further once I have cores everywhere. I probably should have kicked Yugoslavia out earlier and attacked them with my war goal, because with Proclaim Slavic Unity, I will get cores on Yugoslavia as well, and on Slovakia. Why are you guys progressing? I did not activate your orders. Oh, I did activate your orders. Sorry. Stop that. Yeah, hold. Don't capitulate capitulate them before I do the focus, please. Actually switch to cautious. Yugoslavia capitulates, yeah. Someone to the Soviet Union. Maybe they will be in the peace conference. Perhaps I can annex them once we're done with the Soviets. That would be nice. We have excessive political power. Let's do anti-democratic and anti-communist raids. That will increase our stability a little bit, ultimately. And war bonds again. Just 2 more days, and the best focus is done. Boom. We are now the Slavic Union. Time for the Soviet Union to be destroyed. Oh, how long until this finishes? 61 days. Do we wait or do we push on? How far are they from capitulation? We still need to conquer more, even if the coalition government completes. So, push into the Soviet Union and finish them off, please. In the meantime, we can do artillery modernization. And already, this is already our core territory. So we get the core fighting bonus to our troops, and all of this land that we have taken already counts as core, which is contributing to our factories and our manpower. What are you doing here? Go take them out. Probably most importantly, oh yeah, we took Moscow. Excellent. Maybe most importantly, it's gonna be dirt cheap in the peace conference. Trotsky survives assassination, not really a problem for him for much longer, because Joseph is gonna be taken down very soon. When this operation finishes, the Soviet Union should capitulate. Maybe earlier. As you can see, we have completely broken them. Also, it's nice to have 9 million manpower free, isn't it? Alright, 4 more days and the operation will finish and the Soviets will surrender. Should happen right about now. There goes the Soviet Union. A reminder, all of these have my cores, so they're going to be very, very cheap. Oh, and Yugoslavia is in the peace conference as well, which is excellent. Now that the entire Soviet Union gets my cores, this area here doesn't, and this area here doesn't. So that doesn't really matter either. I'm going to take all of Yugoslavia, please. I have 65%, but since it's all my cores, almost all, it's much cheaper for me than for others. I'm going as far as taking all the other stuff first. I'll submit demands, and now we can ask for the entirety of the Soviet Union in one go. Sure, they'll try to contest me, but it's much more expensive for them than it is for me. And the coalition government will help a little bit in the bits that are not my cores, because I'll get collaboration there. Let's also take all the fleets. And that's it. The Soviet Union is mine. We are now the Slavic Union. We also got Yugoslavia, and we're not involved in a war with the Germans yet. Speaking of the Germans, you could use some spies, right? Here, have some. Now, let's unpause this for a bit so our factories and such can synchronize. I think they do already. We have 14 million manpower free, which is more than you'll need to conquer the world. We have 3,500 factories, which once again is plenty, and we have our little faction. It's nothing too impressive, just the Scandinavians, Turkey and Romania, but they are nice little helpers to us. I'm going to end it here because it was just supposed to be an opener. At this point, we own the Soviet Union, we have endless manpower and a lot of factories, equivalent to Germany or more, around the same as Germany. But Germany is also at war with the Allies. What are the next moves for us? You need to conquer Iran, because if you have Iran and you're in Italy, then you get Wojtek. And when you get Wojtek, you can make him the king of your country. If you're on this path, you'll get an event. Next moves. I would now regroup for about a year, probably, maybe half, and boost my troops and my templates. I would go to 2 full army groups of this template and actually expand it by adding anti-air and logistics and producing enough of those, as well as probably adding line artillery, 1 or 2, depending on how we would be doing on production. Then I would face the Axis. At this point, we are more or less as strong as the Germans, but they also have to fight the Allies. So I would make sure to do 3 collaboration governments on the Germans, prepare an offensive, and capitulate Germany before Italy, so we could make a collaboration government during the war. Then we would defeat the Axis and end up with a powerful German puppet. Also, we have cores all over here, which we could take back. Czechoslovakia is our core territory now. So is Yugoslavia, so is Pomerania. All of that would go to us as cores. And after that, well, we would be in a good position to choose our next steps. Become a friend of the Allies, maybe eliminate Japan, maybe invade China, or maybe go against the Allies. Are the United States in the war yet? They are not. So theoretically, I could go against the United Kingdom now and eliminate the Allies, share them with the Germans, because we have stolen the Soviet fleet. It's not huge, but with the help of the Scandinavians, we could navally invade Britain. So at this point, you are free to choose who you go after. The Allies, the Axis, possibly the Japanese. I'll end it here. Let me know what you think and what country I should do next. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye.